Mike Tyson, that's fine. It's a money fight, I get you, and you want to make money. But at some point in time, if you keep telling us that you're taking boxing seriously, it could be potentially compelling, but it's because it's Mike Tyson, not because we should expect anything from Mike Tyson. We ain't that dumb. We really, really aren't.
Mayweather has to do this fight because he needs that bread. That's why. That's why. And it's funny when you have options. When you have options, yo, you can make your choice. When you're doing great and you got money in the bank and you sitting pretty, yeah, you sitting pretty.
About Floyd Mayweather and his broke ass coming back to an exhibition versus Mike Tyson, and how pathetic and, a flat-out money grab it was for both guys, because no one wants to see an exhibition between two guys, one in his 60s, one about to hit 50, if it's not going to be in the same weight class, if it's not going to be at the same weight, and it's not going to mean anything.
StephenASmith went straight to the point on air when discussing the latest news surrounding Floyd Mayweather. Reports indicate that Mayweather's assets have been frozen as part of a staggering $42 million
is preying upon you. We've seen a different Mike Tyson when he's been preyed upon. We've seen him when he's been out of shape. We've seen him when he hasn't been pristine. This is not the young Mike Tyson. We see these videos all the time. We know how ferocious and vicious and spectacular he was. That was a long time ago. And I really, really sincerely hope that Mike Tyson doesn't get himself hurt.
Prompting the ESPN commentator to deliver a passionate segment that captured attention in both sports and financial circles. Known for his blunt commentary, Smith scrutinized Mayweather's extravagant lifestyle, controversial business dealings, and the repercussions of years of unchecked spending. Interview 2. As more information about the scandal emerges, Smith's pointed remarks reflected the shock shared by both fans and commentators.
You don't know is what he did with his money, how liquid it is, how much assets he remains having, and what are his liabilities. We don't know. The challenge for Floyd, and it's a challenge with a lot of young black men who become famous, is that he made a brand out of, let me show you what I have. I've made this much money. Let me take another picture with stacks of money. Let me tell you, I've made great investments, so I'm good with money. He's been saying this for years. He built his brand off of it, literally changed from pretty boy to money. And if he ends up having money problems, he can't keep up that image, but he has to do something to go get the money. And in the ring, I love watching Floyd. It would be sad to watch him fight somebody like Terrence Crawford and get destroyed and destroy the image that we have of Floyd. The challenge with him, again, is he decided to build his brand around, I have a bunch of money. And this looks like what Ocho Cinco was referring to. Looks like he's doing it for the money. I hope, just like Shannon Sharp said, I hope he's doing it just because he just...
The ongoing saga of one of boxing's most controversial personalities. Interview 3. In October 2024, Mayweather revealed a major...
When you need him, you call on him. Mayweather didn't want this damn fight with Manny Pacquiao years ago, and now he wants this damn fight now. Because he needs money, that's why. All the rumors are true. It's a sad thing, but it is what it is. But it is what it is. And you know one more thing. Mayweather, if Mayweather didn't believe that he can beat Manny Pacquiao, he wouldn't be in the ring with him. Yeah, you know Mr. Sensitive. I love Mayweather, but let's keep it a buck. Oh, he's sensitive as hell. Not only is he sensitive, the man, he's insecure like hell. He's insecure, and he gotta have a leg up on your ass. And he saw the Barrios fight, and Barrios just got smashed by Ryan Garcia. And then now, he like, well, Barrios...
He purchased more than 60 multifamily properties in Upper Manhattan encompassing roughly 1,000 rental units for a total of $42 million.
Just gonna get that out of the way right away. Floyd has lost a lot of money, which is why he's continuing to fight through his career. And listen, Manny's political run in the Philippines wasn't great, right? So they're going back to what they do best. And this rematch, if anything, is going to be interesting for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's Mayweather and Pacquiao, the biggest fight that's ever happened in combat sports. It wasn't at their best. We'll talk about how I think this version's going to go. But what was it? 4.2 million pay-per-view buys. The biggest fight we thought we'd ever see. And it may still be that, but this is going to do numbers as well, no doubt about it. But the reason this fight is at least more interesting to me now than either of their exhibitions. And yeah, I'm throwing away how the first fight went and that they were past their prime in that one, and that I may be getting the wool pulled over my eyes for what we actually might see. But let's be honest though, Floyd's 49, Manny's 47. We know what we're gonna get. They're not gonna be in their prime. We don't expect them to be in.
Black Spruce Management is a well-known name in New York's property scene. The deal was presented as an effort to support affordable housing while expanding Mayweather's investments beyond the boxing world. Interview 4. Property documents, however, do not show Mayweather as the full owner. Experts believe he may have purchased a partial stake with the possibility to increase his holdings later. Additionally, his real estate company, Vita Properties, has yet to release official details about it.
Now, 11 years after the first fight, why is now the right time for this rematch?
It just happened that I'm still active in boxing, and he come out from retirement, so and he decided to do it again. So this is it. Like I'm so excited for the fight.
It's going to be in the Sphere. It's going to be a first of its kind event. The last time you and Mayweather stepped into a ring, it was 2015, over a decade ago. Is there anything you can learn from that fight heading into September's bout?
Oh yeah, I learned a lot on that fight. Way back 2015, I think we become mature right now and how to handle it, and I hope that it will not happen.
Interview 5. Adding to the controversy, Mayweather acknowledged Jonah Wrights, a convicted felon tied to a federal corruption case, as a key figure supporting his business efforts. This connection has further heightened questions about the credibility of his real estate dealings. Interview 6. Mayweather Jr. recently responded to speculation that his $42 million real estate venture had caused financial strain. He claimed he purchased 62 Manhattan properties entirely on his own, emphasizing, "I use my own money and no one else is involved." Meanwhile, he faced a major legal setback when a U.S. appellate court upheld the decision requiring him to.
It's our 1.1 to 1.52 bill. That's billion with a B that Floyd Mayweather has made throughout his career from like purses that he's taken in from fights. $1 billion, and he's 47 years old and he's completely broke. He's won the prize. This is, of all the idiots that we've seen out there, celebrities, actors, entertainers that have lost a lot of money, this guy would take the cake. To blow a bill before he even hits 50 is unimaginable. It actually is sad. It's a cautionary tale. We have seen it time and time again. But who actually wants to watch this guy fight? Like, people that love him. If he comes out and if he loses and looks terrible and gets destroyed, well, look, if you love him or hate him, you can say, well, he's nearly 50 years old. This doesn't prove.
$1 to Nigerian company Zinni Media Concept Limited. The dispute stems from a 2017 deal in which Mayweather was hired to make appearances across Africa, including Nigeria, but failed to fulfill his obligations and did not return the advance payment after multiple efforts by Zinni Media to recoup the funds. Mayweather's refusal led to a lawsuit citing breach of contract, unjust enrichment, and fraud. Interview 7. Mayweather's financial issues also involve claims of outstanding debts. In one case, he faced a lawsuit over $1.4 million owed to a Las Vegas jewelry store for a diamond-encrusted necklace, with reports stating he made partial payments but left the balance unpaid. In a separate matter, he and rapper Tiger were named in a $4 million lawsuit concerning unpaid luxury watches and jewelry. According to the plaintiffs, Mayweather displayed the items publicly without completing the payments. Interview 8. Mayweather recently backed a new cryptocurrency alongside
Mario Barrios get absolutely skunked by Ryan Garcia. It's showing us that, one, like I've said, Mario Barrios is one of the worst world champions in boxing, or he was. Again, that's no offense to Mario. It's just the reality is he was not one of the stronger champions. Two, the game is obviously always going. It's always on that forward treadmill, so it's passed him by. But it showed that Manny could compete, at least at some high level still, in boxing. And Floyd, even with the 20 billion exhibitions he's done to sully his name, it's shown that he still got it, right? So whatever that level still is that they have, it will be relatively similar. You could even argue that Manny, out of the two of them, has still looked like he can be at a higher level than Floyd has as of recently, because Floyd's been doing exhibitions. Floyd hasn't been competing in pro fights, and Manny just got done fighting in a world title fight. So there's intrigue in that as well. Like, is this version of Manny better than the Manny that fought Floyd the first time?
Who has been connected to multiple celebrity-endorsed crypto scams. Blockchain researcher Zach XBY pointed out that Mayweather has been linked to at least 3 crypto projects where developers disappeared after collecting investor money. This trend of supporting high-risk cryptocurrency ventures has sparked serious concerns about his role in potential scams. Interview 9. Mayweather has also faced criticism for endorsing the cryptocurrency Ethereum X along with several other celebrities. He was named in a class action lawsuit alleging they provided false and misleading information to investors, contributing to major financial losses when the token's value dropped sharply. Interview 10. ESPN commentator StephenASmith has openly addressed Mayweather's money troubles. In a recent broadcast, Smith called out the boxer's extravagant spending and questionable financial.
Barrios, even though I'm damn near 50, I'm still better than Barrios. My experience, my hand speed, I take care of myself. I had some exhibitions. I know I can still do this. That's what he thinking. He like, I still can do this. I can beat Manny Pacquiao. I saw what Barrios did to him. So that's the reason why this fight is happening. The rumors are damn true. It's sad, but it is what it is. And you know what? The money right now for content is crazy. Netflix is paying for any type of great ass content, man. If you seen the change with Netflix, man, I almost canceled my damn subscription with Netflix because I got sick and tired of seeing the same boring on Netflix. And now they got this woman in place now, and she's seeking out, and she want the best of the best content. You know, they got podcasters and stuff all on Netflix.
Declaring that his situation is dire. Interview 11. He pointed out that Mayweather's extravagant spending habits and mismanagement of finances have contributed directly to his current predicament. Smith's commentary also underscores a larger conversation about financial literacy and accountability among top-earning athletes. According to a recent report, filings indicate that Mayweather owes more than $52 million in back taxes for the years 2015 through 2022.
Out whatever and sensationalize topics, but now you look dumb because you said the fight was past its expiration date back in 2015 when they fought. Then tell me why this fight is going to do numbers on Netflix. You know what I mean? Like, it don't even make sense. So that's just a sidebar. But hey, there's rumors that Floyd Mayweather was having some type of like money trouble, or I mean, he could eradicate it. It's not like he's tiptoeing back in. He going right back at the guy who he teamed up with the first time to generate a lot of money. So best believe Pacquiao and Floyd are definitely getting paid big time for this to run it back at their advanced age.
Started freezing certain accounts and launching investigations into his assets. Interview 12. Throughout his career, Mayweather competed in some of boxing's most financially rewarding bouts. His 2015 fight with Manny Pacquiao brought him more than $600 million. And 2 years later, his match against UFC star Conor McGregor added roughly $300 million. At one point, Forbes recognized him as the world's highest-paid athlete. Yet, as StephenASmith pointed out, no matter how much money you earn, it can vanish quickly if spending isn't controlled. Interview 13. Mayweather's lifestyle went far beyond simple luxury. It reached a level of extravagance few athletes ever achieve. His spending became a defining part.
I truly believe in the first fight, some people didn't get the desired outcome. So as a result, they tried to bash this fight, right? And they were like, oh, this fight was a horrible fight because it was past its expiration date, right? So if a fight happened in 2015, and this is how fake boxing can be. The original fight happened in 2015, right? We are now over 10 years removed in 2026, going on 11 years since the first fight. And back then, people were saying, oh man, the fight, they waited 5 or 6 years.
Every acquisition and social media post reinforcing his Money Mayweather persona. From boarding private jets as if they were everyday transportation to cruising in collections of Bugattis and Rolls-Royces, he displayed a life of unparalleled opulence. Interview 14. On a heated episode of First Take, StephenASmith didn't hold back. He told viewers, I've reviewed the records, spoken with sources, and Floyd Mayweather is in serious trouble. With his signature intensity, Smith added, these aren't just rumors anymore. The IRS is after him. Creditors are closing in. He's selling off assets left and right, and he no longer has fight earnings to...
The most shocking part of this entire deal is that this is not another one of those exhibition fights. Look, Floyd Mayweather retired in August of 2017 after he beat Conor McGregor. And we have seen him in the ring, but never risking that perfect, that pristine 50-0 record. That is until now, because this is a professional bout, meaning if Floyd loses, the perfect record is kaput. It is done. And that means a lot for him to be undefeated. There are very few fighters out there who have gone through their entire career with an unblemished record, but Floyd Mayweather happens to be one of those.
Mayweather has built much of his brand around that perfection. Meanwhile, Pacquiao has remained more active in recent years, even competing at a high level after coming out of retirement. Though he suffered a close defeat in a recent championship bout, he demonstrated sharpness and competitiveness against elite opposition. There was also discussion of a showdown between Mayweather and Mike Tyson, a rivalry fueled by genuine tension. Whether that fight materializes remains uncertain. For now, the focus shifts to a high-stakes professional rematch where legacy, risk, and pride collide once again.
Exhibition fights sprinkled throughout the last couple of years. You know who has fought? Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, after retiring for a couple of years in 2021, was active again last year, fighting championship-level fighters. In fact, he fought in July of 2025. Now, he lost the fight, but it was a very close fight against a killer of an opponent, and it just goes to show that Manny Pacquiao, conventional wisdom would say, is likely to be the much, much sharper opponent here. Now, also interesting is the fact that Floyd Mayweather was supposed to be fighting Mike Tyson. As a matter of fact, I talked to Mike Tyson just a couple of days ago, and I asked him, hey, we don't have a date yet for this big fight with you and Floyd. Is this thing still happening? And he said...
Back in 2015, the first clash between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao felt like a global event. Messages poured in from cities like San Diego, where crowds gathered outside bars and filled the streets just to catch a glimpse of the broadcast. That atmosphere reflected how enormous the moment truly was. Yet inside the ring, the action did not fully match the hype. Mayweather controlled the pace and secured a clear unanimous decision, while Pacquiao had only brief flashes of success, most notably in the fourth round when he momentarily pressured his rival.
Got photos, I got videos, I got texts from people in San Diego, in other cities, waiting outside of bars. They were outside in the streets, huddled together, trying to watch the fight, not even in the bars, in the establishments. So that tells you like how big that fight was back in 2015. But we all know what happened. Floyd Mayweather cruising to a unanimous decision over Manny Pacquiao in a fight that wasn't the most dramatic one to watch, wasn't the most action-packed fight to watch. Manny had a few moments in the fight, in particular, I believe in the fourth round, where he buzzed Floyd a little bit. Floyd shelled up and Manny let his hands go. But other than that instance, that round, the fight was pretty much not competitive at all. And Floyd cruised to a unanimous decision victory.
Now over a decade later, the rematch carries renewed intrigue. Early indications suggest this will not be another exhibition, but a sanctioned professional bout. That means the outcome will officially impact their records, raising the stakes significantly. However, key details such as weight class and number of rounds remain under negotiation. There are whispers of a potential catch weight due to Mayweather's long absence from true competition. As discussions continue, anticipation builds around whether this sequel can deliver more competitive drama than their historic first encounter.
A real fight, or if this is going to be an exhibition, because I believe on the press release, there's nothing of that stated, how many rounds it's going to be and what weight it's going to be at. So as of right now, this is what I know. The fight will be a real fight. It's not an exhibition fight. It's going to be a real sanctioned fight. Whoever wins, this win will be added to their official pro fight record. But in terms of the weight and the rounds, nothing's been worked out yet. I believe they're still figuring out things or still negotiating how many rounds it's going to be and at what weight, even though I hear whispers of a potential catch weight given the amount of time Floyd has been out of the ring. All right, you guys, so you got the preliminary details, but let's go ahead and deep dive in this and get a little more into it. First off, my initial reaction to this news is very